playing very well through the offside, growing in confidence the longer he spends in the middle.
Given a little bit more air, Rangana Herath, he doesn't flight it so much. He generally has a good loop, but on that occasion gave it a bit more air, invited him to drive. Possibly the last ball before lunch. Punched off the back foot, just a single. So will it be lunch? It's 2:29 for 3.
Yeah, but lunch.
I think that's lunch. So 2:29 for 3. The West Indies going to lunch on day 2. A polished performance. 95 runs in the session for the loss of just 1 wicket. And in 32 overs. Nash and Chandrapal, they have come together and added 87 invaluable runs for the unfinished 4th wicket. Good performance by the West Indies.
You'd have to say the West Indies had won that session on day 2. An important session to set up their first innings total. And an excellent partnership between both Chandrapal and Nash. Patience, run hard between the wickets and done all the right things.
It was a fair old battle in the morning session. The West Indies lost Darren Bravo pretty early in the piece for 68, 3 half-centuries in the series to him, but it's just a matter of time before he goes on to get 3 figures. Chandrapal and Nash still there. Lakmal, I thought, bowled well in the morning session without much luck, and Dilhara Fernando, good to see him getting a wicket after the ill luck earlier in the West Indies innings. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have some more action for you.
Rangana Herath, he'll start proceedings. He's going to bowl to Brendan Nash. I would be inclined to use Dilhara Fernando from the other end. So just 8 overs more to the new ball. I still think it would be worth a burst.
Left arm over, play.
I think Asad thoroughly enjoyed that first ball by Herath after lunch. And again, Nash gets another single on the leg side. One of the reasons it would be important, as Ruslanul indicated, maybe just as an option to get Fernando to have a couple of overs, even if it's a short burst with here after lunch, is because we saw this ball swing this morning. Whether it was conventional or otherwise, there was some movement with it, and as a bowler myself, you'd think, oh, if the old ball, if this initial ball is doing something, you know, have no guarantees with the new one. Just see if that continues, and if it doesn't work, you can pull that bowler out of the attack and wait until that new ball comes into play. Come on, it's not that slow a passage of play. Not quite the slow hand clap. Oh! That just might be bat onto that. And will it have enough legs to get there? Yes. And it should be 50 for Shivnarine Chandrapal if Asad Rauf concurs. Yes, he does signal 4 and signals 4 runs. So the first half century of a series for Shivnarine Chandrapal.
50-50 in all. Few anxious moments, but it's been a vital knock. He's taken his time. Brendan Nash being positive as eased the pressure though.
You could sense that he felt that he didn't want to go through this series, or he was not going to go through this series without a score. He sensed a determination in his application in this innings. He may not have been his most fluent, but he's a mentally strong character, very highly underestimated as far as his mental strength is concerned. And when he sets himself to achieve a task, oftentimes he will go on and fulfill that. 234 for 3. will be Ajanta Mendes to partner Rangana Herath here after lunch. It's gone a little bit cloudier.
Create some pressure, ball wicket to wicket. That's what Ajanta will do. Sri Lanka need to be tight, try and create some pressure that way. Ball dots, because they're not getting much out of this wicket. Bring about a false shot. If the runs keep leaking, the batsman will feel more and more comfortable out there.
Rangana Herath to continue. Russell has to take a single just on the point that you make, and you have to plan long term at this level, because you know, for the guys who have been successful at this level, you'll find with the Murleys and the Warnes and the McGraths and people like that, when you look at their strike rate, what the strike rate is for those new to the game is the number of balls it takes a bowler to get a wicket. The best strike rates are probably guys who are in the high 30s or early 40s per wicket. So you're talking about 6 or 7 overs for those guys to per wicket over their career. Guys like Waqar Younis and Brett Lee and those guys are early 40s, and then a lot of guys into the 50s. The spinners in particular have probably a higher strike rate, mid 50s to near 60s.
But I'm pretty sure, Bish, if you do go down to picking up wickets with the top order, that does go up. They seize their moments where they really do go through the batting. Slight inside edge onto that. Falling in no man's land.
Yes, you see the bowling averages, and yes, there are times when you'll pick up wickets in bunches in a spell, but over the course of a careers and series and years, you'll find that those things even out, and you have to have that planning, 6 overs per wicket on average, or maybe 8 or 9 overs depending on the bowler, depending on the surface as well.
And ideally not on your own too. You need your partner at the other end building pressure with you. There will be occasions when the bowler with more threat does not pick up wickets. The batsmen are very cautious but take liberties against the other. So you've got to understand that too. It's 238 for 3.